5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're podcasting.
Wow, hello.
Welcome to In the Closet.
Got my hair done.
How are you, Blondie?
I know. It's blonde.
Hardcore blonde.
It is blonde.
You went harder in the blonde paint. I like it than you've gone in a long time.
In a long time.
It's been years.
No, it's not.
Seems like it.
No.
Time goes slower now. Sort of.
It hasn't been years since I've been this blonde, but it's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
I told her, I said, make me blonde, and she did. I like it. My problem is I like fixing my hair myself. Ladies, you know what I mean. You go to,
I think that goes for men too.
Here's the thing. If you go to the salon and like if she curls my hair or does a different hairstyle, that's fine. But when you're doing the hairstyle that I do, which is basically just blow drying it and straightening it a little bit, I need to do it myself. I have certain ways I do it. Like you can't straighten my hair straight down. It looks like this. It looks horrible and frizzy on the end. You got to do a little bit under. Anyway,
Same.
So I feel like I need to like fix it myself. And then
right.
And I need a deep conditioner. My ends are really bad. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about.
Got a deep conditioner.
I do. I really.
Very important. I've never heard that term in my life.
Yes, you have. Deep conditioning?
Deep conditioning?
Yes. Like where you get this, it's a thicker consistency and you leave it on your hair for like 10 minutes. Like you can get out of the shower and wrap your hair up in a towel.
Who invented
it? Works.
Yeah, the water companies who invented the deep conditioning.
What are you talking about?
So you could stand in the water for 10 minutes.
No, you didn't hear what I just said. I said you wrap your hair up in a towel and you get out of the shower and then you can rinse it in the sink like in 10 minutes. You don't have to I'm not standing in the shower for 10 minutes.
Oh, good girl.
Jeez.
Anyway. There's people that do.
Well, I'm not that people.
Cool.
You know what people I am though?
I think we narrowing it down.
I am the people who, and you know you've done it, who you get in the wrong car or you try to get into the wrong car.
Yeah, that's you.
Have you ever done that? Be honest.
Oh yeah.
Like actually pulled on the car handle and either opened the door or if it were locked, obviously didn't open. But
I have. I think I did it at the Charleston Town Center once. I walked up to the wrong car and tried to get in. It was locked. It didn't work. And then I beeped. And I heard a car down.
Oh, whoops. I've done it numerous times. I've walked to cars and Brooke's like, where are you going? I'm like, well, the other day.
I just watch you sometimes. I'm like, that's kind of entertainment. I wish I had popcorn. We walk out of a store. We walk out somewhere. Don't try to eat the microphone for the love of God.
I just hit the microphone on my tooth. Sorry.
So I'm walking out and I kind of slow down and I like let you go. I'm like, where's she going to end up? Because the car's over there.
Well, it's because I'm absent. I'm just mindlessly walking. So Jeff's been having to drive me to work because my car is broken down. Another story. Busted. And it's busted at least until April 13th. If not, well, probably obviously longer. We can't even take it in until the 13th. And we don't even know if it's donezo or what. Anyway, we're down to one car right now, which is fine.
Vehicle.
Which it's not that bad.
We're making it work.
We're making it work. So anyway, he takes me to work. Luckily, he works from home, and where I work at the moment is literally 3 minutes away. So it's
That's right.
Whatever. So it was Friday night, I think, it was Saturday. I don't remember. All I know is while I was at work, but it's basically I had to have my readers on the whole time and read these little numbers and like match them up on.
Right.
So all day I had my glasses on, looking at numbers, and had a headache. I wasn't thinking. So all I knew is I wanted to lock up and I wanted to get out to the car. Okay. Or I wanted to be done with my shift and get out to the car. So he texts me that I'm here. And so I walk out the door and I'm looking, I see a white car. My eyes are tired. It's a white car with tinted windows and I open the passenger side door and it's not the right car.
I was laughing.
It was not at all the right car. It so much went through my head when I opened it. I was looking for Carter because Carter was supposed to be. I was like, where's she at? At the same time, there was like this work coat. It smelled like cigarette smoke. There was nobody in there. And I'm like, wow. And I know these people were probably sitting in Five Guys laughing.
Traffickers, you're a dream for traffickers. One's going to be sitting in his car one day and you're going to get in. He's going to be like, God gave me you.
So I shut the door and I look around to see if anybody saw me. I'm laughing at myself. Like, I'm not embarrassed.
You were laughing.
I'm not embarrassed. It really takes a lot to embarrass me. And I walked down, I saw Jeff and I'm laughing. I'm thinking he saw me, but he didn't. And then I told him what I did when I got in the car. And
I knew you did something. I couldn't see that you got in the car.
No, I didn't get in it, but I definitely opened the door.
Right.
Like wide open. Like I was getting ready to get in.
That's funny.
Okay. Well,
it was funny.
It was. We laughed about it. We talked about it for a couple of days. And then I did this.
Oh, this is great.
Now, this was borderline. It wasn't really embarrassing, but it was like, oh my gosh. Okay. So again, oh no, this time I was already at work and he texts me and he's like, I'm going to stop by. I'm going to run out for a few minutes. I got to get out of the house. I'm going to stop by for a few minutes to your work. And I was like, okay. So he says that, and mind you, we literally can get there in 3 minutes. So in the meantime, I go over to Five Guys and get my free Coke Zero, which that's another story. I get free Coke Zeros I get free drinks at Five Guys. So I go over to get my free drink and I come out. When I open the Five Guys door, I see a car like Jeff sitting there and on call. He'll come into the store in a few minutes. I can't see in the front window because the sun was out. There was a glare, so I couldn't see if anybody was in the car. I assumed there was because it was running. So I looked.
And it actually was the same car. It's weird.
It was the same car. I took a picture of it later. But anyway, so I'm thinking Jeff's in the car on the phone. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm going to mess with him. I'm going to turn to the side a little bit, pop my butt out a little bit, and seductively take a drink of my drink, like tongue out on the straw, licking the straw, looking in the front car window and like winking or something. Or I think I blew a kiss and I went in.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
As I opened the door to GNC, I was like, oh my gosh, I hope that was Jeff. Because I mean, it was a production. I hope it was Jeff. And I looked on Life 360 and it says Jeff Runyan is at home. I was like, Austin, which I work with, Austin's who I work with. I said, Jeff's not in here, right? He goes, no, he's not here. And I told him what I did. I mean, we laughed so hard. Well, then the door to GNC opens. I said, I can't go out there. I can't go out there. I just seduced this person. Anyway, I went out there anyway. It wasn't the person. But I don't know who was in that car. I don't know if it was a man, if it was a woman. They pulled away. I have no clue.
God, it's amazing.
They're telling this story in their version to someone, I'm sure, or have told
sure.
it. There's this girl that came out of there and she seduced me with her Five Guys cup.
I would have loved to have been seduced. I missed out.
I can't believe I did that.
That's freaking awesome.
So, lesson I've learned is
confirm who you're seducing before you seduce them.
Right. Even if you assume that it's them because it's the exact same car. Was it the exact same car?
It was.
Or like maybe.
It was the same.
It was a Volkswagen.
Car. It was the same color. It was the same car.
Tinted windows.
They look a lot alike anyway, but I think it was a year older, 2 years older maybe.
Well, I'm not good with cars. To me, it was a white car. It was tinted. It had the same headlights.
Right.
Well,
yeah, it had the same front for sure. It was very understandable that you would seduce that car.
Well, and yeah, because oh my gosh, I'm so dumb.
That was really cool. I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you just let loose a little bit.
I did let loose to a complete stranger.
That's great.
Could have been a woman. I don't know.
Could have been. Who knows? We'll never know until they come in there and.
Well, we'll never know.
Until they approach you.
What I really
like,
should have.
Hey, I was busy that day. I was on my phone. I was busy. There's an emergency, so I couldn't hook up with you then, but I'm good now.
What would have been ballsy of me is to have, when I realized it wasn't you, to have gone back out there and seen if they would have rolled their window down and said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were my husband. And you know what? It was probably some kid sitting in the driver's seat while his mom was in Five Guys getting the food, and now I'm some sort of weirdo.
Yeah, which is even worse.
Oh my gosh! Don't seduce people in a car if you can't see who they are. That's all I'm saying.
Figure out if it's them first. Check out Live 360 and see if they're parked in your parking lot. You'd still probably do it, and I'd still be sitting across the parking lot.
What do you mean?
Watching you. You would check to see if I'm out there, but then when you came out, you'd see another white car.
I probably would. I have got to be very careful.
Start twerking.
From now on, I need you to roll your window down and put your arm out so I know who.
Be like, hey girl, I can't call you.
Oh my gosh, I do some I get free drinks. I don't know his name. I've never. The first time he gave me a free Coke, I don't know who he is. He's never come into GNC.
Really?
No. Now the other guy does, but one day.
Can you imagine having that power where you get to give ladies free drinks?
Right.
That's how you hook them, man. You get them hooked on the caffeine, and then you're like, who's the guy? Just one night. Let's go out to a movie. I've given you 600 free drinks over the last year and a half.
I don't know why he's doing it. The first time it happened, this kid was ringing me up. Well, he's a kid himself, I feel like. And he came over and he was like, are you just going to drink? And I said, yeah. And he said, oh, just take it. And I said, are you sure? He said, yeah. And I said, oh, thank you. And I just thought it was a one-time thing. And then a few days later,
it's
I went in.
All time.
He comes over to the lady ringing me up. He's like, just give it to her. So I got it. I was like, okay. So like, and it's not every day I go in. It's only every few days. Next time I go in, he goes, you here for a drink? I'm like, yeah. He just hands me a cup. This goes on for a couple weeks. And so one day I went in there, get it again. And he said, don't you just have like a tumbler or something you can bring from home and just fill it up whenever you want? I said, are you serious? He said, yeah. I said, okay. So the next day I walked in with my big old tumbler and I felt weird because I walked in and he had his back to the door.
You got to strut in. You got to own
No,
the place.
I tried. That was my plan.
Yeah, you got to act like you own the place.
That was my plan. But when I walked in, of all times, for Five Guys not to be busy, there was nobody in there. There was people eating, but there was nobody in line.
It was awkward.
Yeah, there was nobody in line, and they weren't like cooking because you know how they cook on demand, right?
Oh yeah.
They really weren't cooking. They were all just kind of standing around chit chatting, and they all look at me and they're like, "Hello, welcome in." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I just got greeted." So now what am I going to do? And he was standing with his back to the door doing the fries. And I was like, hey. And I just walked over to where you pick up your food. And I don't know his name. I said, hey. He said, yeah. I said, I brought my tumbler today. He's like, all right, good job. And he gave me a thumbs up. And I just went and got my drink. And everybody looked at me like, who is she?
He's probably telling him. He's probably spreading rumor. He's like, I am banging the GNC girl next door. And I have to give her free drinks because she likes Coke Zero and my D.
Oh my gosh, that is not true.
That's what he's probably telling them.
No.
Which is fine. Keep getting your free drinks. Just don't get the D. You know what though? I will predict that a year from now you won't be working at GNC.
I
but
hope
you will
not.
still keep that shirt in the car so you can go get your tumbler filled.
No, listen.
You'll pull that shirt on.
No, I don't have I have my GNC shirt on, but I always have a sweatshirt on. I don't think I've ever gone in there with a GNC shirt on. Maybe once. But normally I have my sweatshirt on. I don't.
So they don't know. They just think
I don't
you're
know.
a friendly
Maybe he
girl.
does. Maybe he's seen me walk in.
Probably.
Maybe I have gone in there with
Maybe.
just my GNC shirt on before. Like, my GNC.
They've noticed you, the guys that drink your energy drinks. They're like, have you seen the hottie next door?
No, that's not true, Jeff. I'm old. I'm 46 years old. I no longer am considered a hottie.
Yes, you are. And dudes are totally into MILFs.
No, come on, man.
Yeah, that's the hottest. That's the hottest category around, supposedly.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I hear. Word on the streets.
But Qdoba is not as friendly because I got hooked on these. Okay, so we went to Qdoba the other day, and they have that fancy Coke machine where you can, you know what I mean? There's lots of options.
Right. Yes.
And I wanted something other than Coke Zero. So I was like, I wonder if there's any other 0-calorie drink or zero sugar or whatever
Dr.
it
Pepper.
is. So I clicked it. No, I didn't want fizzy. I wanted like, you know what I mean? So I clicked on the zero sugar or low calorie option, and it popped up lemonade. And it's like 15 calories and no sugar. And you can I got raspberry lemonade. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So I've been going over there every few days, and they are not as.
Do they not have the same thing at the Five Guys?
Oh my gosh.
They have the same machine.
You're probably right.
They do. They have the exact same drinks.
Well, you just solved my problem. Because here's my problem with Qdoba.
F Qdoba.
Tell me what
they
you
don't
would
give
do.
you a free drink.
Tell me what you would do. Okay, so I'm going in just for a drink, right? To Qdoba. So Qdoba is like the Subway. You go up and you order and you move on down the line and you add your stuff.
Yep, I've been there.
Okay. Well, I don't know if everybody else has. But anyway, the line is long. And in my mind, I know I'm just getting a drink.
Right.
I was tempted to ask everybody if I could get in front of them.
Oh.
Would that have been rude? There was like 4 people in front of me, and 3 of them were guys, 1 of them was a woman. And I really wanted to just
What I would do is I would have not gone through the line. I would have walked up to the register and said because there's always a gap like in paying.
No, I know.
I would have just said, hey, all I need is a drink.
I
Can I just
know,
grab
but-
a drink? They'd give you a cup. You might not even pay for it because they might not want to charge you.
I
got a free sour cream that way one day.
I know. I
Boom.
felt like doing that, but I didn't want everybody to think, who are you cutting line? So I really wanted to just ask them, do you mind if I get ahead of you? I'm just getting a drink. But I didn't that day. Well, today I went in there, and there was a guy in front of me, and then another lady. She was already halfway through the line, and he started his order, and then the man that worked there said, what can I get for you? I was like, oh, I'm just getting a drink. And the guy turned, he's like, oh, you're just getting a drink? Just go ahead. So I feel like it would be okay.
I think would be okay. I would want somebody behind me to say, "Hey, I'm just getting a drink," and I would be like, "Go ahead."
Yeah.
A guy did that in Aldi the other day. He had a cart full, and he's like, "Is that all you're getting?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Go ahead."
Well, I feel like that's courtesy.
Like you're a good person.
Well, I did that at Aldi one day too. I was in a hurry. I had Carter on my hip, and I had like a bag of lettuce and hamburger buns or something. Like I had two things.
Weed?
No.
Isn't that what they call the kids call it? Lettuce?
Oh my gosh. No, like actually a head of lettuce. No, I had a bag of lettuce actually.
A bag of lettuce.
Anyway.
So many lettuces.
The line was long. There was only one worker. And every
they do that
single
all the time.
person let me in front. And I think it was because I had a baby.
Babies are good, man. They get you a lot of, you pinch them if you're not moving fast enough, get them crying. Oh my gosh. You can jump through the line.
That's
People
mean.
will just
You're
feel
mean.
bad and they will get you through the line.
You're mean. I think it's common courtesy when you're at a grocery store and there's somebody behind you with just a couple of things and you have a cart full. I think it's common courtesy that you send them through.
Yeah,
right?
but I don't know if you've noticed this about people. There's a lot of people that don't think and aren't very courteous.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that are. There's a lot of good people out there.
I think that it's common courtesy to let the person through.
I think it should be mandatory.
And I also think it's common courtesy, and I've said this before, not to have a freaking cart full of groceries at the self-checkout.
Don't like it. I'm not a fan of that.
Again, I will reiterate. I've talked about it before, but it's many podcasts ago, so I'll say it again. At the Walmart, where there's a conveyor belt, like a real checkout line.
That's different.
And you can load up that belt. That is meant for you to have a cart full of groceries.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
The ones where there's just, you take it out of your cart and scan it and put it into the bag. That's not a full cart mode. Okay. That's like, I have a few things.
I think it's 15 items or less is what we're looking at in there. And if you've got, 17, big whoop. But if you got 25 and 30,
it's just
now
ridiculous.
you're just an asshole.
Yeah.
Right?
I totally agree.
Yeah. Come on.
I totally agree. If there's options
Unless
to
the
go through a
store's
line.
empty. But I saw somebody with 2 carts in there once.
That's just dumb.
It was like a family. It was like a dude and his wife and 2 big carts. And I'm like, you guys are going to be here forever.
You know what I think that is? I think that's they're wanting to slip a few things in without paying for them.
Boom.
Now, I'm speculating, and that's not nice.
Well, it's a very
And
good
I'm not
way.
saying everybody does that, but I imagine that could be a reason.
Scan it yourself.
Like, and just say, oh, scan this. And I'm sure that they're risking getting caught because I'm sure it's kind of watched.
You really got to watch.
But if you
they
have
got
a
lot of
bunch
stuff,
of stuff, yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right?
I just don't think that that a lot of these people watching are taking a lot of pride in what they do.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Well, we did something. We didn't steal anything, but we did something similar at a self-checkout
we
once.
stole stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we haven't. At a self-checkout once, remember I accidentally scanned something twice and we couldn't figure out how to get it voided off, and nobody, like, there was no worker. Like, we couldn't get her.
Well, we evened it out.
So remember, you were like, just don't scan that. And
Right. And actually what you did scan twice was more than the other thing once. So it was like $7.99. We didn't scan something for like $5.
Yeah. Well, I think it was even less than that. I think it was a bag of
So
chips.
we
So it
actually
was like $4.
still paid more than we should have.
Right. But if
I wanted to scan the case of beer, but
if it would have been caught on video, that would still be considered stealing, would it?
they're not going to catch you.
I could have explained myself out of it because it's me. Like, I mean, I'm little old me. Like, I'm not obviously like, I could have said, I couldn't get her over here. I just thought it'd be just as easy to do this, even though that's not the way to do it. And I would have said sorry, and we would have moseyed right along. I feel like
we would have. I've got to the car. I realized one day I got to the car and I had a bottom, and I got to the item. Then I was like, well, Walmart, your bottom line's about how many hundreds.
You didn't go back and pay for it?
I was tired.
Jeff.
I was tired.
How do you sleep at night?
I sleep pretty good.
Now, see, I would go back. And I'm not trying to be goody-goody. I'm just saying, I have like this weird.
of Walmart, and I have gone back when it was worth it.
But you didn't go back that time.
It was like $7.99 or maybe $12.99.
Like, I get your point. I get your point. But say thousands of people do that every day. Because people do it.
They still are making more money.
Okay.
God.
They're making more money than God?
Yeah.
What's God's net worth, you think? I mean, really?
It's just an expression.
I'm just saying.
I stole one 12-pack. Hold up. Just calm down. I didn't steal it. I forgot it. They didn't check me.
It's the same thing.
It actually is. I'm usually big on taking things back that I didn't pay for.
anytime that I have realized that I didn't pay for something that I've realized, I'm sure that, you know what I mean?
I was on the fence, to be honest. I was like, did I scan
You could have
this or
checked the
did
receipt.
I not? I didn't.
Don't tell me you threw the receipt away, because I know you don't, because you put them on our junk table.
Not all of them. Some of them I throw away. Like when I steal stuff, I throw those receipts away. No, I'm kidding.
When you're unsure.
A lot of times I stick them in the bags. They're packed in the trunk. I'm not going to dig through my stuff to see if Walmart lost a case of beer.
Okay, but I mean, like, that's just like karma, man. We're not going to make money. That's why you're losing on some of your bets.
I'm not.
You're not being blessed.
Okay, I'm going to drop a 20 next time I go to Walmart. I'm going to be like, look, here's a $20 bill. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I didn't scan a case of beer once.
You don't have to
for
say $20.
$12.99.
Now you're talking crazy.
Well, I'll take in $12.99, and I'll give it to the old lady, and she'll put it in her pocket.
She will. I did that once when I think it was like a can, or not a can, but a case of Cokes or something. And I went back. I said, I went back in the door. They were shocked. The guy that it was in Atlanta, and I went in with Coke. I said, I didn't pay for these. I need to go back and pay for them. And he looked at me like I was crazy.
As he should have.
No.
Did you say the famous line? Did you say it?
What?
I ain't going to hell over a case of Coca-Colas.
I'm not saying you're going to hell. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I feel weird about stuff like
That's
that.
how
I
we
really
raised,
feel
though, that was like, you don't want to go to hell over a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah. A glass of wine. I'm really weird about karma like that. I'm really weird about things like that. Like, that's why whenever I would call in sick for work, I would never use the kids or something like that as an excuse. Now, I would lie on myself and say I'm not feeling well when I was absolutely fine. I just need a mental day. But I would never call in and be like, oh, my kid threw up. I can't come in, because then I'm feeling like I'm going to get that 10 times over for lying.
Doesn't work.
It does. How do you not know
Because
that?
for years I've told them that you were almost dead.
Oh, my gosh.
And you're still here.
It's not even funny.
I'm kidding. I've never used you as an excuse.
Or like,
my kids. I agree with you on that.
Or like my grandma's sick. You know what I mean? Or something like that. I've never used that. What, do you need something?
I was going to ask if we got leftover cookies.
Leftover cookies. Chocolate chip cookies?
Dude.
I think there's some in the refrigerator I can cook if you get them out and put the oven on 350.
You have sugar buns.
Sugar buns?
No, the sugar ones.
The sugar cookies? No. Nate's birthday is
I
tomorrow.
think we had like some in the bottom drawer. Are they
Oh, no, those are done. I don't have sugar cookies today. Sorry. But we're doing a podcast. If you want those, go preheat the oven and I'll do it in a minute. Okay, bye. Nate is going to be 14 tomorrow on April Fool's Day. It's crazy.
It's going to be an old guy.
You're going to be old tomorrow.
You're going to be old.
Anyway, I'm always afraid of getting, is it called what?
It's been doing that right air lately, but I think it still works. It just,
oh my gosh.
There it is. It went off.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why it does that stupid
Anyway, is it called being jinxed? Or not jinxed, but like karma or like.
Karma, you reap what you sow if you want to get biblical.
Like, I mean, I don't want to be
Okay,
that person.
okay. God, I ask for God's forgiveness, okay? Let's just leave it in the past.
No, it's fine. I mean, that's on you. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, you're going to make a great church lady.
No, I'm just saying.
I'll be okay.
Okay. As long as you're sure.
I'm definitely not sure. Who is?
No, I'm not.
But anyway.
I mean, listen, I'm sure everybody's done it.
Takes us into, that's the moral thing to do would have been to gone back in the store and wasted more of my time, because I should have done that, because I made the mistake of not scanning it.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I'm not sure. Could have checked the receipt, but I really that day, I don't know if I was in a mood or what, but I was like, F this. I'm going home because I got to drink about half of these.
Oh, shoot. I had something I was going to ask you. Oh, it reminds me of the time when we lived in Atlanta and the kids were they were smaller. They were old enough to know better, but they would go into what was that gas station that had yogurt in the dispensers, QT?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. They would go in QT and they thought it was fun. Okay. So there was yogurt and there was dispensers with toppings that you could put toppings.
Right. Yeah.
They would they would go to the cookie one and twist it and get a handful of cookies or whatever and eat them
That's
and
my
think
kids.
that was okay. And that's
It is
not
okay.
No, it's not okay.
It's a snack.
That's stealing.
It's beating the system.
That is not beating the
They've
system.
got so many cookies they can bring
It
out there.
doesn't. That's beside the point. That's not my. It's principle, Jeff. Some things are not because it's really going to hurt them in the long run. It's principle. They would get a few gummy bears, just twist the thing.
The truth is, when
That's-
you weren't with us, I'd be like, "You guys want a snack?" And that's where I'd take them to get a snack. I'd
That's
be like, "You can have anything you want from that.
that is stealing.
Gummy bears, cookies. We're going to eat them in here though, because I
That's
don't want them in
stealing.
the car."
That's stealing. That's just like the people who let their kids eat the grapes and eat the bananas as they're going through the store. They're not paying for those because you're paying by weight.
Wait, it's genius,
Right? It's not like the strawberries. The strawberries are $5.99 a thing, whatever. Eat all the strawberries you want. It's still going to ring up
It can
$5.99.
get messy though. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Or a bag of apples are still going to be $6 whether you eat one. Okay, cool. But bananas and grapes and things that are weighed, you can't go through the store eating. The stealing. Stealing.
It is stealing, technically.
Technically. And so is taken out of the candy dispensers that's supposed to be for yogurt that they didn't buy.
I think until the employee says, "Hey, that's stealing," it's not stealing.
Yes, it is. You have to teach them it is. Or they're still going to be doing it as adults, and they might do that.
They probably would. Our kids.
God, our kids. And you would think they
I'll
know
text
better.
Maddie. I'll be like, "Do you still go through the dispenser?" Or no?
You would think they know better.
They do. You know what? I know they don't, because you know what they do when they need something? They text me and ask me if I can cash app them money.
So what? That's not stealing.
No, that's why I'm saying they don't steal the toppings, because they just cash app me to pay for it.
I don't know. Speaking of Cash App, okay, so there's obviously a scam going around because somebody that we know from TikTok
Tick, tick, tock.
that follows me on Instagram, he DM'd me the other day, and it was from his thing because our past conversations, not that there was many, but a past conversation we had was still there. Okay, it wasn't a new message, brand new.
Right.
So it was from his account, and he said, "Hey, it's giveaway Tuesday at my work. I want to give him." So I was like, "Are you serious?" And he said, "Yes, I'm for real. What's your Cash App?" So I said, "Why don't you message Jeff, because I don't really have a Cash App. He does. So message him," because I kind of wanted to test it because it felt weird. Because I thought if he said, "Okay, cool," and he messaged you right away, then I would be like, "Okay, maybe it is legit. Maybe this is true."
I would message him on TikTok or some other way.
Well, before yeah. And so then he said, "Well, what kind of what did he call it? Payment whatever he called it. Do you have?" I said, "I have Venmo." He goes, "What's your Venmo? I'll send it there." And I never answered again because I had a feeling that it wasn't
anytime
him.
somebody's
And that's
wanting
why
to give you something,
maybe you should
it's
get on
not.
TikTok or something and message him and say, "Did you message Angie from your?" Because maybe he needs to know his Instagram could possibly have been hacked,
It's been hacked.
or else he's a scammer.
It's been hacked, or
But I don't think he would try
scamming.
I don't think he'd try to scam him, though.
Probably not. I don't know.
Maybe he would. I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway, so watch out for that.
Watch out for the scams.
Don't just give out your Cash App because somebody says they're going to give you $1,000. Because maybe, which, if I did give him my Venmo, he's going to get $5 out of it, right? So I could have taken a chance. I have $5 in my Venmo.
It depends how they do it. They probably they might have a way to access. Like I know PayPal. PayPal has nothing in it right now, but if somebody runs it, it's going to pull from my bank account.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're saying if somebody uses my Venmo,
right?
they're
If
not
they
necessarily
somehow
trying to
get
steal
it,
money out of it. They're trying to just
They
use
may
it.
be able to use. I don't know how they.
I don't know.
I don't know how they do that. They've obviously got a scam and a way to do it to beat the system, probably. But you just don't want to give it to them.
Don't give it to him.
Don't.
Of this podcast is be careful what car you get into. Be careful what car you flirt with.
Yes.
Don't steal inadvertently from the grocery store.
Right.
And don't give out your Cash App or Venmo to just anybody.
Gosh. It's
See,
just
we're here for you.
Just a freaking moral.
We are here
lessons.
for the people.
We got you.
Poor Bruce Willis.
What's wrong with Bruce Willis?
Would you please change your tone when we're talking about Bruce Willis?
Does he have alopecia or something? Is that
No,
he's bald?
It has something that starts with A, and it has to do with your brain. It
Asperger's?
No, Jeff. No, it's something with an A, and it affects your
Aneurysm?
cognitive abilities. Like he's gonna not be able to communicate very well here coming up. Like
Ooh.
it's like a cognitive thing, and it's really bad, and it affects your brain. And so he retired from acting, and yeah, it's kind of sad. I think it's kind of a sad thing. Like I'm not sure about I don't know if he's gonna die or anything, but I forget exactly what it's called. But that just came out over the past, I don't know, few days. But I used to have a big crush on Bruce Willis.
You did. You did.
It's called APHASIA. I don't know. I don't even know how to begin to say that. But it's sad. It says it impacts his cognitive abilities. So I don't know. What it does is it robs you of the ability to communicate and can affect your ability to speak, write, and understand language, both verbal and written. Isn't that sad?
That is awful.
It is awful.
Is it a really rare thing?
I don't know. It says that it usually happens after a stroke or a head injury, but it can also come on gradually from a slow growing brain tumor or disease that causes progressive permanent damage, like degenerative damage. I don't know if he has a brain. I don't know.
That's awful.
Yeah, so that's sad,
That is sad. I'm surprised it's not trending on Twitter.
Well, I mean, it's been a couple of days.
Oh, okay.
Why do you always go to Twitter? They don't know. This is from People Magazine, so I mean, and I've heard it all over the place.
Up to date news.
I've heard it all over the place. So I mean, if I know about it, it's because I don't know much about. I didn't even know that Will slapped Chris.
Well, I just got to double check because I'm not sure you know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh!
So
just Google Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis has starred in over 100 films. He was in The Sixth Sense. That was a good movie.
Duh.
Has been diagnosed with
Thank you.
aphasia.
Well, you can say it.
I just did the APH, Asia.
It's
Aphasia.
on CNN.
Aphasia.
It's on People. It's on the New York Times. I'm sorry, it's not on your beloved
This
Twitter.
one is from
Yeah, you're Twitter's
Culture
stupid.
Crave is what the source I'm looking at right now. Matthew Perry tweeted it. M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, so it is on Twitter.
Yeah, I had.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, so now it's
true.
legit. God, are you serious?
All my love and respect to my big brother Bruce Willis.
You and Twitters.
I know his wonderful family is. What? I know his wonderful family is surrounding him with support and strength. He will always be wall as a kid.
Yes.
I don't know if I would follow him in Shyamalan.
I cannot believe you
Got a really good show out.
are into Twitter that much.
No, when I want to know,
get all of your
when I
news-
want to get the lowdown, and I want to see what's trending.
You almost didn't believe me because it wasn't on Twitter. That's sad.
Well,
That's really sad.
sometimes you just make stuff up, man.
Me? No. I leave that to you. I wouldn't even know how to make up that word.
That's why I thought you're getting super creative.
No.
Aphasia.
I don't even know if that's how you say it.
Aphasia.
I don't know if that's how you say
Aphasia.
it. Anyway.
Aphasia. Aphasia. Aphasia.
Okay.
There you go.
It's different than alopecia.
A little bit.
Gosh. Have they made up yet?
I don't think so. I don't know what the deal is. I think he apologized.
I mean, that's all you can do, really. I mean, it's over.
Yeah.
I mean, you either apologize
I just
or
don't
move
know
on.
what the deal is with it. I don't know. I know you don't like talking about it. It's just weird. I saw another angle today of when he slapped him, and then Chris Rock goes, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. When he said that at the Oscars, it showed, and then his next joke after that, it showed Jada laughing her ass off, like doubling over laughing at him. I'm like, aren't you pissed at him?
Are you sure they didn't
No, it was
reverse it? Showing her laughing and then he slapped her? Like they didn't.
No,
they
it showed
edited
from behind her. Like it was a camera in the crowd showing right behind her, and it was showing her showing him slap her and then showing her reaction to the whole thing.
But how do you know they didn't cut it and splice it? You know how they can edit
How
things.
do you splice that?
Oh my gosh!
It was ongoing. It was a.
So
running,
you think?
Jeez,
God, you're not
the
an
worst.
editor.
You're the worst conspiracy theorist.
No, I'm just
lives.
saying. Like you are like the whole time you thought that this was fake, and I'm wanting the whole time asking you, but why? For what? For the
probably,
good of what?
He did apologize, so it probably isn't.
It's
fake.
not fake. Because what do they have to gain from it? They don't need.
You know
more
who's going to
publicity.
gain the most out of it?
Her.
Chris Rock on tour. The next time he does a stand-up special and he walks through, because he's going to have so much material. People are not going to be able to wait to hear.
I
him.
understand that, but so he's going to have to be paying Will Smith a lot of money for him to look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to help me out? Hit me on the biggest award show in the.
I'm done
Come
with
on,
it being
man.
fake. I'm
It's
not even.
not.
I wasn't even saying that.
You were. You said it was.
That's not what I
fake.
started the other day. Not just now. I was
Oh.
talking about her reaction. I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
saying anything about it being fake.
Yeah. Well, maybe she was just doing what she felt like she needed. Like it was awkward, so she.
It was awkward. I don't know why she wouldn't have stopped him, but she clearly was fine
But
with him. Going up.
like I said, when you're in the moment, you just don't know how to react. You know, we can sit back and say, "I don't know why she didn't do this. Why did he do this?" Da, 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 da. When you're in the heat of the moment, I mean, I don't know why I
Most
threw
people
my phone
aren't
during
gonna-
an argument one time and broke it. Like anybody watching that, be like, "Why did she do that? That's an expensive phone. Why would you do?" I don't because I'm not in my mind, right? Like I'm upset. I'm mad.
Right, and there's something going on
with him.
I'm just saying
To
he's
act like that, how do you
he's got to
know?
be dealing with something to let himself get that upset.
don't know that.
in front of all the people.
Okay,
and,
but maybe he just
actually
reacted.
Have bad like not he could go to jail. He could get sued by the Academy and by
But I'm just saying, just reacted in a
most
horrible
people
way.
are. But
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
Maybe he did.
Sometimes you react in ways and you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, why did I?
Right.
That wasn't me. I didn't. What?
Sure. Yeah.
But everybody's like being so judgmental. Like, I mean, I'm not. He shouldn't have done it.
No,
Duh. I mean, we
absolutely
all
not.
know that it was not a very good behavior.
Right.
It was in poor taste of Chris Rock too to joke about somebody's disease. I think that's poor. And for you to say maybe he didn't know she had it.
Well, he swears
If-
this day he didn't know.
Lies.
He said he was making
oh
a G.I.
my
Jane
gosh,
joke.
he's lying. I knew
didn't know
it.
about it.
Listen, but you know when you're in the industry, you know stuff like that. He did too know that. I don't believe that for a freaking second. I don't believe that for a second.
There's been a whole lot worse said about
Oh, no.
celebrity.
Oh, no, I agree.
It's actually part of the Oscar thing to downplay it so people like us that aren't millionaires, because it's just a bunch of millionaires giving millionaires
Oh, I agree.
awards. So they dumb it down. Not dumb it down, but they make fun of each other. He makes fun of every time he does it, or the other guy
you
does
don't.
it.
But you don't make fun of somebody's disability or disease. That's the line for me. Like comedians that joke about people's disabilities or any type of disease that's the line for me. I don't think that it's funny.
Right, but I wonder if he knew, because even after he hit him, he goes, "Dude, I made a G.I. Jane joke. What's the problem?" Like
He knew.
Well-
Almost everybody knows. You're one of the only people I think I Brooke knew. Brooke, and she doesn't. That's way past her. Like, way past her. I mean, it's like it's talked about. Like, I mean,
it's fine, and it had been fine for him to yell at him, like we said,
Yeah,
or,
sure.
or say, or be upset, or
Yeah.
catch him backstage, say something on Twitter, whatever,
Twitter, here we go.
on social media, like saying this is how I feel about what he said about.
no, I
my
mean,
wife.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
No, I totally agree.
Because that's what he preaches. That's all his inspiration shit that he puts out there, and then he wants to do
Okay,
that.
but you can't do that to somebody. Take all of somebody's inspiration stuff away from it because of one action, or else we all will be condemned for things that we've done.
Right.
I'm a motivational person. I've done things I shouldn't do. So you're going to strip me from being a motivational person just because I said something or did something to somebody? No. That's ridiculous
No,
and
because
wrong.
you said
You can't
something.
take one action that he did. He has a clean. He doesn't act like that. If it's somebody who does that all the time, who's always causing a ruckus and always going around being a degenerate, then yeah, I totally get it. It's Will Smith. He's a good guy.
He seems to be, for sure.
Have you ever
He's
seen
the Fresh
anything out
Prince
of
of
him?
Bel Air.
Have you ever seen anything out of him?
I'm obviously. Did you know this? I'm one of the few people that didn't know that they've been in an open relationship basically their
I
whole
don't
marriage.
care about their relationship. I'm talking about him as a person.
I'm just saying all this crap's. They're under a microscope now. So
I'm talking.
just,
I know, but I'm talking about this isolated incident. Have you ever I'm sure he has behind closed doors. We all have lost our temper.
Oh yeah,
but
everybody
in
has.
public, have you seen him? It would be like you. Okay, I know you've lost your temper behind closed doors. I mean,
have.
nothing major, but we all have lost our temper behind closed doors. Okay, but if it would be like you in Adelphia, which is a local sports bar of us, and a guy says something to me, and you turn around and you knock the crap out of him, that's out of your character. So should we rip you of everything that you've ever been praised for and what a good guy you are and the person you are because you lost your temper one time? In public, and you hurt somebody, you hit somebody. Well, he didn't hurt him. I mean, that was kind of.
It was pretty.
He's
weak.
fine. He could have.
Yeah.
I will say something off the microphone that every time I think about him getting hit, I want to say, but I won't because I'm not a mean person. I think mean things sometimes, but I don't have a filter. Okay, but my point is,
I love it.
if Will Smith did this all the time, then I say, yeah, he needs to but he lost it. He lost it.
He did.
And we've all had times where we've lost it. The difference is we're not in the spotlight. We're not in the spotlight. If people would see things that I've done or that you've done, they might think differently.
I think that goes for all human
And I think that
race.
goes for all human beings. But
Yeah.
the sad part is the people who are celebrities, they're in the spotlight. And so when they act the same way we've probably acted before, have I ever hit somebody like
we've
that?
never
No.
walked up to anybody and smacked
Yet.
them for saying.
Yet.
Yeah, but
Yet. You don't know what you're going to do in situations.
if you don't, then you're going to do the wrong thing. You
Let
better
somebody
know what
say
you're going to
something
do.
about one of your kids in public. You'll knock, and if you don't knock the shit out of them, I will.
For words.
It depends on what those words are. I promise you, I'm fierce when it comes to my kids. If somebody says something about my kids and they have a disability or a disease, you better believe I will, if they're of age.
Rip a new one. But
Okay,
don't
Jeff. I'm just saying, you don't know what you would do in
touch
this
my
situation.
kids. Come at my wife. That I'm going to fight.
Listen. Bottom line is, I don't agree with what he did. I'm not saying that I do, but for people to go like pretty much cancel him, which I don't know if they are.
Oh, he's not getting canceled.
But the way you're talking is like, all of his motivational bullshit out there, and he's going to do that.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yes, you did say that. Rewind it back.
I did say I didn't say anything about canceling him.
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying you
I
can't
just said-
strip him. Maybe not. You're not officially. You can't officially cancel him. But I'm just saying. Like,
I mean, I could.
You're
I'm
stripping
not going
him
to, though.
of. You're stripping him of all the good things he's done because he lost his temper.
I'm not going to strip him.
And
of
he
all those
slapped
things.
Chris Rock,
I
which-
was just making a statement.
Almost, to my opinion, I'm like, thank God somebody did. I'm just.
Chris Rock's a pretty funny guy.
He is funny. He's
pretty
funny.
funny guy.
I'm not saying he's not funny, but there's some things I don't know. I
I think
something about it.
he got carried away. He ran into a joke he couldn't pass up, and it backfired on him.
Yeah, but
the,
anyway,
the biggest problem that the worst thing Will Smith did was he told basically the comedy community to get his wife's name out of their mouth, and now the whole comedy scene is destroying him and her.
Yeah, and that's sad. I
Which
hate
is
that. That's not right.
Pretty cool. To
No,
listen
it's
to.
not.
It's so funny.
It's not cool. Are you serious? It's not cool. It's not. That's two human beings. That's two people who you don't know if they're what they're going through at home. That's rude.
Hey, I'm just getting you fired up.
Oh my gosh.
You know
You're
what
so
though?
annoying.
Chris Rock. You know what Chris Rock woke up with on his face this morning?
Oh, I've already heard this. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh, what's it called? I saw it on TikTok.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah, Fresh Prince.
Yeah, I like that. Fresh Prince.
I
Fresh Prince. Fred Prince. It's good. I
It's
like
not
it.
really that
TikTok.
good.
Yes, it's great.
It's not really that good. Fresh Prince. It's
pretty good. It's pretty funny. It
it's
sounds
not even the
like
same
it.
word.
It's not, but it's you're pointing out the Fresh Prince, put Fresh Prince on his face. He did go with it.
He
though.
got one little fight. And the public got scared.
That's true.
Oh my gosh.
He's moving with his
Who knows?
auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
I don't know where he's going, but hopefully people will
It's not a big deal.
relax
blow
a
over.
little bit.
Just
I
got
mean,
everybody
geez.
wound up.
He didn't oh my gosh. I mean, again, I don't condone it. I think it was way overboard, but and then I heard this. You said it, and then somebody else said it. How can you just have access to the? I don't get that either.
They won't anymore.
They probably won't.
They won't anymore. But like you said, Kanye got up there, no problem.
Not
I
a
saw
problem.
a TikTok that on the day. It's like because I was watching stupid stuff. I watch doctors, and then I have lawyers, and there's like a lawyer. He's like an older dude. He's been doing law for 40 years, criminal law or whatever in California. And he said Chris Rock could sue Will Smith, because there's video evidence in the state of California, he's going to lose. He's going to go to jail.
Oh, yeah.
He said he could
Shouldn't go to
sue
jail,
him.
but
He probably won't.
He
He'll
shouldn't go
get
to jail.
bail. He'll get out. He won't spend any time in jail.
Go to jail for punching
But
somebody.
he will
That's kind of
get
pathetic.
for humiliation in front of everybody doing that. He could win a big settlement from him, and he could sue the Oscars because they're not protecting their people from those type situations by having security available
But you
to
wouldn't
keep
have.
somebody
But
from
you
coming
wouldn't.
up on stage.
Security wouldn't even think twice about Will Smith getting on stage.
No, but they will now.
Well, they might think twice now. Like, are you due to be on stage? Because I'm sure at some point he was supposed to be on stage.
Sure,
He
absolutely.
won an award.
He won an Oscar.
Yeah. And somebody said that he should be stripped of it. Absolutely
Nah, he shouldn't
not.
be stripped of it.
That's like the most absurd. Oh my gosh, people are like acting like he killed somebody. He bitch slapped somebody that
He
deserved
did.
it. Period. I mean,
They did say the Oscars is reviewing it, and that he could lose his membership to the Academy or whatever
oh my gosh, that's so dumb.
because it's a disgrace.
Okay, but how many people in that audience had done the same, if not worse, in that particular audience? Guarantee
I'm sure they
you.
have, but did they do it during your event?
Oh my gosh, people are so freaking sensitive. I mean, they are. They're very sensitive.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
They're saying don't come in my house and act a fool.
He acted a fool.
Kanye,
He verbally abused her.
he verbally abused you.
Taylor Swift.
They're buddies.
Now they are. And Will and Crystal, they're probably at Applebee's.
They probably are chilling at Applebee's
probably
doing
are.
shots.
They probably
Like,
are.
We shouldn't have done that.
They
man.
will be fine.
That escalated quickly.
That should escalate quickly. I don't think he should be uninvited. That's like not inviting somebody to your party because they got into a fight with somebody.
He won't-
when it's not in character.
He won't be uninvited.
It's not in character.
He'll be fine.
I mean, if you have the butthole that always comes to your party and always is starting
don't
stuff,
invite that butthole.
Then he's uninvited. But if Jeff Runyan comes to your party, who never hardly does anything, and he hits somebody at your party, you're like, whoa, okay.
And they
Can
don't
we-
want that.
Can we calm down, Jeff? Like, that
Come
was
on.
out of control. And you're going to say, yes, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it. I'll never do it again. And everybody's going to be okay because Jeff and Will Smith are the same person.
Except Will Smith
Has a lot of money.
has a lot of money.
And yeah, but I'm just saying in character. Like, he seems like such a clean character guy. I've never heard anything negative about him.
Seems like it, yeah.
Never heard anything about him.
The open-handed smack. At least it was open-handed.
Yeah, so that makes it
Right.
okay. He should have just bent him over and spanked him.
That would have been so cute.
Like, you bad boy.
Well, I think they're going to be okay. They'll probably do a tour together
They will.
in a year or two.
I mean, they're both fine.
Will Smith will probably do all the rapping. Have you seen the... I'm going to have to play it for you. I think I saved the TikTok. Anyway.
I don't know.
I don't know how he got off onto that.
Sorry,
but it
I
was
didn't.
fun.
I didn't.
Sometimes
wanna
I
destroy-
feed that.
I know, but I
Like-
just hate for somebody's character to be destroyed because they made a mistake, or else all of our character would be destroyed.
Listen, I forgive Will Smith.
Well, I'm sure he can. You hear that? Will?
I haven't opened your DM yet, Will. I saw it was in there. I'm just kind of holding out to make you
Right.
nervous. But I'm gonna hit him back probably tomorrow, the next day, and be like, "Yo, man, I was disappointed, but it's okay."
Oh my gosh! All right, I think we've gone over our limit here. This was fun. So
Yeah, we were like landing the plane.
I know. Sorry,
It was coming down. We were like, "Okay, we're gonna land." It's like, "Nope, we're gonna go up for another 20, 30 minutes."
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, I love it. We got on the roll. We got heated up in the second half.
Yeah.
That's how you want to do in games.
Alrighty.
That's it.
Okay.